If you are basing your real estate decisions on what you hear in the national headlines, then I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I'm going to need you to stop. Real estate is very localized, and what's happening in one part of the country may be the total opposite of what's happening in your area. What I recommend is that you reach out to a local real estate agent that can show you the stats of what's actually happening in your local market. And that's what I'm going to do for you this week for the DFW market. So if you live in DFW and you want to know what's actually happening here in this market, or if you're planning to move here to DFW, then this is the video for you. So stick around. Hey everyone, my name is Danae Hewitt and I am your go-to DFW realtor with Brico Realty Services. I'm going to give you some insight as to what the DFW market stats actually are. Don't listen to the headlines. We're going to dive right into my multiple listing service, my MLS, and I'm going to show you the trends section so you can see what's been happening over the last 6 months and what's been happening in the past 3 years. And hopefully this is going to be a welcome surprise because, spoiler alert, we're just getting back to normal and to where the numbers were in 2019. And interest rates were lower in 2019. Look at that. But anyways, let me show you. All right, so here is the back end of my MLS. So let me show you just a couple of things that I'm going to talk to you guys about. Here I have Dallas County selected, and I'm going to do all price ranges. So you can see all price ranges. And I'm going to go back to 3 years. So you can see how things have changed within 3 years. And then the criteria below, we can look by sales price, homes for sale, list price, new listings, closed sale. I mean, month supply. There's a lot of stats that I can show you, but I'm going to show you 4 areas right now. And the first thing is going to be the average sales price of the home. So I'm actually filming this at the end of January. So of course we don't have all of this month's stats because the month is not over yet. So we're going to see stats from December 2022 all the way back to January of 2019. So the average sales price in January of 2019 was just shy of $2,095,000. That was the average sales price in that month. And then of course you'll see it goes up and down and up and down and up and down. And you will see that overall the trend is rising. Trend is rising, trend is rising, trend is rising. So in December of 2022 in Dallas County, the average sales price was almost $450,000. Have we seen ups and downs? Absolutely. But overall, in 3 years, that is on average $154,000 of the average sales price in Dallas County over the last 3 years. Now let me show you the homes for sale. These are the number of homes that hit the market in the month. Back in January of 2019, 5,918 homes were on the market. And if you've been hearing from me or maybe some other real estate agents that statistically we have just had low inventory. I mean, if you look at December, really all of 2019, we're at about 6,000, it rises up to 7,000, 7,500, and then goes back down to about 6,000 homes for sale. That was all of 2019 in Dallas County. But then as you can see from here, we're talking about low inventory, so few homes for sale. And right in here is where we just saw a lot of buyer demand and not a lot of inventory, which drove the prices of homes up. Even at its lowest, February 2022, 1,949 homes were active on the market. Oh my gosh. And then we see this steadily increase, and right in here, summertime of 2022 is when the feds raised the interest rates. So you can see those number of homes for sale went up. That went up because people, I think, were still like, hey, we're going to sell our house because it's been this selling frenzy market for a couple of years. But then, as you can see, interest rates went up with kind of just that timing of it. but the inventory has gone down. So when we're talking about the amount of homes for sale or fewer homes for sale on the market right now, yeah, in Dallas County, December of 2022, there were only 35 homes for sale. I'm sorry, not 35 homes for sale, 3,527 homes for sale, compared to December of 2019, almost 5,600 homes for sale. So yeah, we still have low inventory. So when people are talking about, oh, the market is going to crash and we don't have enough homes for sale. We don't have enough of that supply to create that crash that people are talking about. We just don't have it in Dallas County. Now let's look at days on market. So these are the average number of days on market in all sales prices in Dallas County. People are like, oh, homes are sitting longer. Well, yeah, because in 2020, 2021, and the first half of 22, yeah, days on market was like, zero almost. Okay, not zero, I joke, but it was so low. It was so low. But let's look at the trend. December of 2022, average days on market is 38. Okay, let's go back to 2019. December, average days on market in 2019 was 53. So we are fewer days on market in 2022 than we were back in 2019. I hope this is showing something to you guys. And then in January of 2019, the very beginning of the year, 47 average days on market. So that's just showing you that homes are selling faster, even though we may not be hearing that or seeing that from what we hear in the headlines. This is just direct what we're getting out of Dallas County right now. Month supply. Real estate agents, we like to talk about month supply, and like the cutoff point is right at 6 months, whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. The month supply means that if no more homes hit the market, not one more home hits the market, how long will it take for the inventory that is actively on the market to sell? And right at 6 months is where we kind of call a neutral market. Anything less than that is a seller's market. Anything more than that is a buyer's market. Let's see, we know 20, 21, 22 seller's market. Let's see where we started before the pandemic hit. So in January of 2019, the month supply was right at 3 months. That shows us that it's a seller's market. During that time, sellers were absolutely allowing inspections to happen. Buyers were not waiving appraisals, and sellers were offering concessions for repairs or to fix the roof or, things like that. But let's see where we were in December of 2019, 2.6 months before every single home to sell that was currently on the market. And then we go down, and then you just see that this number goes down, 1 month. And then in January of 2022, not even a month's supply. That means that we were so low on inventory that it was just being swooped up. Let's see where we ended 2022, 1.9 months. So it's going to take right around 2 months for every single home to sell that is currently on the market before a new one hits the market, which is a lot lower than where we were in 2019, in December of 2019. So as you can see, there is still a lot of buyer activity, even though interest rates are high, because in 2019, our interest rates were, maybe the mid threes. And then during the pandemic, interest rates got down into the low twos and people were refinancing, and they were, of course, buying houses. Well, now interest rates ending December, they were right around the mid sixes. So interest rates were 3% higher 3 years later, and the month supply and the days on market were a lot less, and the average sales price for homes was a lot more. So that just really shows you that this Dallas County market is still thriving, and there's a lot of activity happening. And interest rates, they just went down like a week and a half ago. So, and that's the trend that we're anticipating, is for them to continue to go down. I just can't wait to see these stats and see where they go in the month of January once we get those final numbers. Now let me show you Tarrant County. I've got that here. I've got all price ranges selected. We're going to go back 3 years. So let's look at those same stats again. Let's look at the average sales price for homes. January 2019, we're at $266,000. It goes up, it goes down a little bit, it goes up, it goes down, and then it has gone down a little bit here. And we ended December 2022 at $406,000. That's still a $140,000 average sales price increase. The highest was $459,000. So if you're reading headlines that says that the home sales price in Dallas County has gone down, yeah, it has gone down, but overall, we are a lot higher than where we were right before the pandemic hit. Overall, we are a lot higher. So if you lose a little bit of that percentage in your equity, you're still up because of where home prices were before the pandemic hit. All right, now let's look at the number of homes for sale, because again, we're talking about how we just have really had low inventory these last couple of years. So January 2019 started out at 4,900 homes for sale. It peaked at 6,000 homes for sale, and we've just gone down for the number of homes for sale. It went up a little bit. And then in February of 22, that was the lowest number of homes for sale, only 1,500 homes for sale. And let's look at February 2019 just for a real comparison. So you have 4,900 homes for sale. 3 years later, 1,500 homes for sale, less than half. Causes so much demand for homes. And then it went up, and this is absolutely when interest rates went up in Q2 and Q3 of this year. And then we ended December 2022 with 4,188 homes for sale, which is still less inventory than what we're used to in the months of December. So where were we in December 2019? 3,700 homes for sale to 4,200 homes for sale. Not as much inventory as Tarrant County is used to. Let's move on for days on market in Tarrant County. Again, I like this average days on market, and I know you're probably going, yikes, look at that increase. Let's talk about that. So January 2019, we've got on average 49 days on market. June, it went down, but that's summertime. That's when a lot of homes are just selling super, super quickly. And we just know that holidays have a part to do with it. November, December, not much real estate transactions are happening just for seasonal reasons, but there's definitely still happening. And then we'll see how that number just steadily goes down, down, down. And then you see that this number just steadily increases. Well, what happened? Interest rates were steadily increasing during these months. So we ended December of 2022 at an average of 47 days on market. Of 2019, average was 49 days on market. So we're still slightly less 3 years later, comparing month to month. So this should show you that, homes are sitting longer on the market. Well, compared to what? In Tarrant County, you can see we're getting back to normal. The COVID years, 2020, 21, and half of 2022, we're just not a normal market. And so you're really comparing apples to oranges if that's what you're comparing. Now let's look at the month supply. Again, this is if no homes hit the market, how long will it take for every single home actively on the market to sell? January of 2019, we are at 2.1 months. Let's just go right to December of 2019. We're right at 2 months. 2 months for every single home to sell. And then it steadily dips, lots of demand. And then right here, this number goes up because interest rates were going up. So the month supply increased. The highest it got in November was 2.4 months. And then it went down to 2.1 months. So 2.1 months in December of 2022, if you remember, December of 2019, it was 2 months. So, practically the same, a little bit longer, but not too alarming. Again, this just really confirms that we are stabilizing. We are back to our normal market. My tips for sellers is if you want to sell your house, you need to do all the things that we were telling people to do back in 2019. And I was even telling this stuff to my sellers during COVID is because we're going to get multiple offers. We just know it, but we want to get more offers so that we have a lot more options to choose from.
whichever offer you end up going with. So you've got to go back and do all of those same things. And then the most important thing is to price your home correctly, because still, even in our market, when a home is priced correctly and it looks fantastic, my house personally that I sold, we sold that in 7 days because it looked great, professional photos, and days on market was a lot less than the average days on market in my city. I'll even share with you, in the month of November, I was helping buyers buy a house, and there were multiple offers on that house. In the month of November, when interest rates were creeping up to 7%, this house had multiple offers. And I'm really excited because we won in that multiple offer situation. My client's offer did. And after the inspection was done, we asked for concessions, but that house looked fantastic. It was priced perfectly, and other people knew that, and there were multiple offers on that house. So it went under contract, and I think in three or 4 days, we had an executed contract. So that just shows you that there still is the demand for those people that are still thinking about selling their house. What does this mean for buyer clients? Right now, this means that you can't expect to get a smoking deal on real estate because the market is going to crash and I'm just going to lowball this offer. Look at how many days it's sitting on the market. The days on market right now is normal. If the sellers are working with really smart real estate agents, then they're going to know that. They're going to know that, oh, we're just getting back to normal. Let's not freak out. Again, let's not compare apples to oranges. This market right now compared to the COVID market that we were in for a couple of years. So buyers, the nice thing is that you have a little bit of time now. You have some time to make your decision about if this house is going to be the right house for you. You have time to come back for a second showing because maybe there isn't going to be multiple offers on it. It's already been sitting on the market for 2 weeks, let's say, which again is totally average, totally normal, but you've got the time to really make the decision and craft your offer. Whereas before it was, you just had to put an offer in after 15 minutes of seeing the house. But again, we're not there anymore. But buyers, you can also expect to get some closing costs paid for by the seller. This is normal. This was happening back in 2019. So right now I've got a client who was purchasing a house. We were able to get the seller to give my client some seller concessions to help buy down his interest rate. And we also had the seller do a couple of repairs based on the home inspection that we did see. So you can expect that, but I don't want buyers going into this market thinking they need to do a price reduction because it's just average for the market right now.
I hope that gave you guys some great insight, some great information as to what is actually happening here in the DFW market. So please don't let national headlines scare you. Don't base your decisions on what you hear on the news. Talk to a local expert that is working actively in this market to help you out. I hope you guys got some value in this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts and your take on the current DFW market. And in the meantime, check out that video right there. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next week.